The recommendations which led to the declaration of the East African Community as a common higher education area necessitated the IUCEA to expand its mandate to include human resource development, research and industrialization, as well as play a pivotal role in fostering regional integration.
Having recognized the good work that had been put in terms of establishing a system to assure the quality of higher education, in May 2017 in Dar es Salaam, they declared East Africa a common higher education area. In my view, that's one of the other great achievements of IUCEA, that they have managed to have this place declared a common higher education area. There are very many benefits to that declaration, and if we can make that become a reality for the region, I believe that will make a very great contribution towards the integration of East Africa.
Specifically, we have chosen to prioritize the operationalization of the IUCEA Common Higher Education Area as a very crucial component of the integration process. This is very key to us as a country and to the region.
Integration for us is not a matter of choice, it's a matter of survival. So it's important that we all work towards fulfilling the protocols that we have agreed upon and ensuring that our people are free to move, work and study, live, do business in any part of the East African community.
The IUCEA is implementing the Common Market Protocol as well as the internalization of higher education through the Academic Mobility Program to strengthen cooperation and collaboration between member universities within the EAC region.
We developed staff mobility policy and the operationalization. The major emphasis is on the teaching staff and the students. The highly qualified senior staff, they provide the support to junior staff in the host university where they go. They share experience in the teaching methods, content, research, community engagement, the way they solve problems there, but they also access other issues in those countries, the possibility of learning and bringing back to their countries and so on.
The over 130 member universities are already working together as partners for a common mission, responding in different ways from different countries to the needs of the societies around them. Averagely, about 40 staffs across the East African community have been supported by IUCEA for the past 5 years.
I've done it twice, which is a very big privilege to me. The first one was Kampala International University, Dar es Salaam campus in 2015. I also participated in the mobility in Moshi Cooperative University in Tanzania in 2018. I brought in the issue of having an examination schedule or a timetable for examination system where the university or the department can give the students the examination dates prior at the beginning of the semester when the examination, and the lecturers also know the time on the schedule. So that one was a big impact to Moshi University, which they didn't have.
And I can tell you for a fact that we have our own traditions of teaching locally. But when we move and see how others are doing it differently, we also pick 1 or 2 lessons from them. How they do their lesson plans, how they invigilate students. At Mbarara University, I was so surprised that students don't have the temptation to cheat in exams. And at Bishop Stuart, I learned that before students write exams, they actually have to confirm their coursework marks. A practice that is not predominantly established in our own mother institution here in Kenya.
Apart from sharing knowledge, experience and so on, but it also assists in offsetting the staffing gaps in the various universities.
And for me and even for my colleagues, this is something that builds their career, both in terms of pedagogy or how you teach, your teaching approach, and also behavioral attribute that we learn from our peers in other universities.
Diversity is power. You know, if you have a diverse community, if you have diverse brains, you have diverse faculty and staff, it's a big asset. And that actually has enabled KIU to remain on top of things.
Similarly, students are provided with opportunities to learn from the unique approaches that exist between universities in the EAC countries and beyond.
My experience being here in Kenya, it has been so nice because I've interacted so much with the Kenyans, and now I feel like part of it, and I feel like we are all East Africans.
I want to contribute to the improvement of agricultural sector in my country, but it's not a limitation. Even if I find opportunity in Uganda, South Sudan, wherever, even here in Kenya, I may stay here. But mainly, if I go back after completing this course, I went straight to my home country, Rwanda.
To facilitate the smooth running of the program, IUCEA had to come up with a fees structure model as an effective tool that attributes the costs chargeable to students as fees to the cost of services provided by particular universities in terms of teaching, research, community engagement and administration.
We charge the East Africans the same fee. You know what we call, when they will come as fee-paying students, self-sponsored student, what do we call them? So that fee we charge for medicine for self-sponsored student for Kenyan is the same one we charge at Tanzania, is the same one we charge for Uganda.
Indeed, the mobility program of the IUCEA fully enhances regional integration in terms of facilitating trade, culture, and even political integration.
The mobility is supposed to include also the non-academic stuff, because administration is there to provide the technical work in higher education, which is mainly the teaching, research, and community building. So these people have to have also special notion. They need sharing experience with the other places.